days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe, comes a legend.
I had to
I was
keep it
enjoying that.
Huh?
I said I was enjoying that.
I know, but if I go any further, then it becomes a copyright issue, and then
Yep.
it's like, oh, they tagged me on that one with Optination. But yet they didn't tag me on that one with Patriot Prime because I did Metallica. And I'm like,
funny.
okay, that's funny.
All groups, the people, Metallica didn't tag you.
No, they didn't tag me. They just said, not even a triangle warning. It was like, okay, we're good. But then I did not Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park for Optination, and then they were like, "Oh, it's a copyright, but we're gonna let it go because it's not offending really anybody." I'm like, "Okay, fine, that's good."
That's funny.
So, good evening, one and all. I am glad that you're able to join us this evening on this special edition of Meet Your Reviewer. I am your host, Martin Sebastian, aka Ultra Megatronus. You can find me here on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook, X, as well as Instagram. Check out all my other content that I do, like Live with Ultra Megatronus. I do a couple of little mini reviews and all. And thank you again for coming out. And tonight's guest is a gentleman that you all know, such an awesome person to hang out with. I've met him through the group. And without further introduction, here is this gentleman right over here, Jimmy G, and his lovely daughter, Katie, who is also going to be joining us this evening for a little bit of questioning. So here you go, guys. Plug away.
What is happening? I'm Jimmy G in the place to be, and
Katie's in the place for you.
And so we're with the good, the bad, the awesome, where we unbox, give our first reactions to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see when you see it, then you would want to come see my stuff on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. TikTok is the food, the bad, the awesome. And every now and then Katie's on there at Tea Time with Katie and Daddy. So there we go.
But nowadays we don't really have any tea anymore.
We don't have any tea. We like to spill the tea. We like to talk the tea, but we don't have any tea to drink. So maybe that's
no iced tea. No iced tea.
No iced tea. We just have the tea, the gossip tea.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to have both of you on this evening. I'm truly honored to have you guys on. So, how this works, guys, if you're new to the channel, is that I ask my guests a couple of questions. You are also able to get interactive as well. You can send some questions over to my guests as well. Just make sure you keep it clean. If it's something that is not appropriate for the stream, I will not air it whatsoever, and I can have you removed from the network. So that being said, we're going to start off the questions with one of probably the toughest questions I've ever asked my guests. And the first question to both of you is, who has the biggest collection?
Oh, him for sure. I only have like a few pop figures and stuff. I do have a lot of figures, but I mean,
you have some good dolls and stuff like that, like the Disney fashionista ones.
Oh yeah, I collect those, but I don't really play with dolls anymore.
Yeah. She doesn't play much with dolls. She's into slime. She has a good slime collection. But
so you dig more into the guyish kind of stuff and like to play get down and dirty with slime and you get out there in the real world and just experience life itself.
Yes. That's it. And then whenever we're at Target, she's like, Daddy's getting another toy. And so part of me goes, oh, I should get you a doll, but there's this Transformer over here that I kind of want.
I know, it's the tough decisions that always happen. I have two boys myself, and it's like, okay, got to get clothes. Oh, look, it's the next wave of DC McFarlane figures.
Yeah. Oh, they can wear
I got to get this.
Yeah, they can wear those clothes for another few months.
Yeah, why not? Thankfully, my boys are my boys are old enough, and it's like, okay, now Daddy can start really getting involved with the collection. But it's crazy, isn't it? Because it's hard. It must be hard. It's like you got to make the choice of Daddy, daughter, but you got to make daughter happy because if daughter's not happy, mommy's not happy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But some of the things we get for them, I mean, like she likes to do the slime, and she loves video games. She likes to play her Sims and Goat Simulator. And what else? What are you playing on the iPad right now? It's some game. I don't know. But and then of course she loves reading her like Babysitter's Club and all that kind of stuff too as well. And she's getting into anime. So Spy Family is one of her favorites right now.
And here we go. We're going to start saying hello to everybody up here. New York Hunter is in the house, as well as Diecast Norbs, Galactic Hooligan.
Monster High is cool. My sister does love those. Not my sister. My daughter Winnie is actually into Monster High, and she wants to start collecting those dolls and stuff like that. So
Clyde Dashing, what is going on? Welcome to the stream.
What's up,
Welcome to the
Clyde?
stream. So it's all about the slime, and it's all about getting grungy and all that stuff, but having a great time doing so.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's another question for you. What started you wanting to do the video reviews? And I'm asking both of you now.
Yeah. Do you want to start?
Who wants to go first on that? We'll zoom in.
Well, I don't remember it that clearly since he started a long time ago, but yeah, you did, bro. But like, I think I can't remember.
I know she was like, she saw other like YouTubers and stuff, and she saw that and she goes, I'd like to be on a video. And then that's where that started when he said, hey, let's try it with Tea Time with Katie and Daddy. And so anytime we find something that she's really interested in. So I think the last one we did was the Anya Forger Nendroid. So,
but like, I forget what the first one we did was.
it was the 52 toys, the Beast box, and then we did the Pusheen mystery box and stuff like that. So it's stuff that, you know, we think would be fun with the kids and stuff like that with her. Now, I did start before she did. I started about a year and a half ago. The way I got into it, I've always loved toys and I've loved collecting stuff. And I started getting more recently back into it after my father passed away. It just kind of reminded me of him because he got me my first Transformer. And so, but I would go to work and I'd say, oh, you should see this. It looks like this and that. And this is what you can do. And then they just started saying, you should just probably video it. And so I said, okay, let's start videoing it. And so March of last year was the first video, and the rest is history. And so I just started videoing, just sharing my passion. I always want to share it from just a positive kind of like passionate, like, this is awesome. I want people to feel like they're kids again when they're watching my videos. So not necessarily, I'll talk about good and bad stuff, but I won't necessarily, really bash a lot of stuff. But I just want you to feel like, man, the reason why we collect, because it reminds us of those simpler times and those fun times when we were kids, having fun with burying our G.I. Joes and Star Wars figures in the sand and stuff like that. So what she does, maybe covering them with slime or whatever it may be, and just remembering that stuff. Now we don't cover them with slime. We kind of keep them nice and gentle and gingerly right there on the shelves. So
we need to do another naming the figures video.
Oh yeah, another naming the figures video. Those were fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this much. If I had a choice between burying my figures in the sand and the dirt versus getting them slimed, I think I'd rather take my chance with the slime nowadays, just because at least I know where they are. Because, many times have I buried a figure in the sand and then it's like, where did I put it? And you're talking about a 5-mile beach. Yeah. And you just like walk away 2 inches and you're like, where did it go?
Or you're watching and you saw like on an eBay auction, the thing is like $600 and you're like, I shot bottle rockets at that, so as a kid.
It's like when you're a kid, you don't appreciate the value of what it's worth because you're just like, you're playing like it's, on the TV show. And then you get older, you're like, why did I destroy these things? I could have. For some people, it was for money, but for other people, it's like more like nostalgia. I think that's why I got back into collecting as well. Plus the fact that my KB toy store, that really didn't help either.
Oh yeah.
So it was like,
yeah, I would love to pass this stuff on my kids. They're not too interested in this stuff, so I just got to keep a running tab of how much stuff is worth. So when I die, that my wife can sell it and make the money for that back, or maybe I'll just put it in my will for diecast, right?
Yeah. I want to say what's up to Back to 341. Thank you for coming on. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And what does Kenny got to say? Tell me about it. X-Wing pilot Luke Skywalker spent a lot of time in mud pits until he fell apart.
I know, right?
I used to laugh because I buried my Princess Leia from Empire Strikes Back when she had that white outfit from Bespin. And like during time, you know how like plastic yellows? So I'd bury her in my grandmother's like pottery or something like that, like a plant pots, and then I would take it out, and then it would turn white again. I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah,
all natural bleaching.
there you
Who
go.
would have
There
thought
you go.
that?
That's
Well,
it.
unfortunately, it lasted like about 5-10 minutes. But what do you got? You got
Oh
to do
yeah,
what
I
you
mean,
gotta do.
you just had fun with that stuff. It was as a kid. I mean, you didn't like. I think back to even the comic books I used to collect and read. I was just like, I had the first appearance of Venom, and it was one of those that I just read it. I started keeping stuff in bags and stuff like that, but it wasn't anything like I was going, that's worth now what, you know. And so, but still, it's really cool with my girls. I kind of try to teach them the appreciation of the stuff, and my girls got me into anime. My oldest daughter actually started getting me into anime and stuff, and so that's another fun bond we get to share. And I can show her those figures that I got, like the Chainsaw Man figures, and then every now and then I come into my office and she's put them in weird poses, and so it's just like, all right, so there we go.
Well, that's going to be a question I'm going to ask you guys later on. In fact, since you brought that up. So let's do this. The third question I'd like to ask, and by the way, anybody in the chat that wants to throw some questions to either Katie or to Jimmy G,
Bring
feel
it
free
on.
to. I will put the question on the screen for you guys, and they will be probably able to answer it for you better than I can because it's them. So, next question is, what is your favorite toy line? Who wants to start, Katie, or you want to let your dad this time answer first?
My favorite toy, like toy brand or like toy genre, or nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get that deep into it. My first love is Transformers. It's just is. I mean,
I'm surprised. Wow, but
yeah,
I can understand.
yeah. And then of course, close second would be Voltron. I mean,
Okay, I was gonna say if Voltron wasn't in the top two,
yeah,
then we got some talking to do later on after the
both of them.
stream.
And I think it's because again, like if you knew any of my past, I'll just go into this really quickly. I was in foster care for a lot part of my life, and then when I finally got adopted, if anyone's ever been in foster care, you know that those toys typically aren't yours. They kind of stay for the rest of the foster kids and stuff like that. So, and so when I finally got adopted, I actually got my own toys, and the very first one was G1 Sideswipe, which I played with that till the wheels fell off. I super glued the wheels back on, so it didn't roll anymore. And then the very second thing was the Voltron that I got. And so, and that, you know, the metal Voltron, it's all like shaky. It was all loose when I was a kid because
Yep.
the lion's paws didn't stay where they wanted to and things like that. But I loved those two toys. And I always looked at Transformers, Voltron, and then I got into Star Wars and G.I. Joe, all that kind of stuff. It reminds me, again, it was kind of like those toys these were mine now, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have to leave them for some other kid or anything like that. These are my toys, and I was just so glad to have those. And so that's kind of what got me. That's why those two are my favorite toy lines, is because those were kind of the first two toys that I could call my own. So,
All right, cool. And Katie, if you want, you can answer that question. Or here's one that's coming right from New York Hunter Impressions. Is there a toy line series that you just are bored of that your dad collects? Dad must love all that Katie loves, right?
Something that I don't like that my dad collects. There's not really anything, honestly.
see, good answer.
Daddy's little girl for sure. So, okay, so we got that one. So,
All right, we're going to take a trip to Target tomorrow. So, no.
all right. So, Katie, then what is your favorite toy line? If you had to choose between like Transformers, Barbie, which I don't know if you do Barbies.
She does not like Barbie.
She does not do Barbie. She had that look like, excuse you? Do not mention the B word. Do not say the B word on this stream. It's a bad word.
It's probably just like Spy X Family figures and stuff. Like figures from animes and shows I watch.
Yeah. I know you like the Disney fashionistas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, yeah, Spy X Family is her favorite. And so I say Spy Family. She says Spy X Family. The X is the period. We don't want to get into that. So, but anyway, so, but yeah, she does like her Anya Forger. So,
And the way things are going on right now with anime, with the world of anime as of late, with so much coming out figure wise, this is a good time for the young generation to experience anime at its like highest point. I think if it's not the highest point, it's starting to become the peak.
That's right. And that's right, Batcat. I don't say the
No,
X either.
it's
So-
not right.
Hunter x Hunter, Spy Family. Well, I guess the only time I say the X is MXPX, if y'all remember that punk band. So
Did I think Zan mentioned it to me a long time back. I'm kind of into anime. I'm actually starting to rebuild on the collection. In fact, I just recently picked up because they had it on sale. Trigun.
oh yes, I've been wanting to watch that. I haven't watched that one yet.
Where did I get it from? I think Amazon had it on sale, so they had the entire series and then the movie for like a really good price. I think I paid like under $25 for both of them. So if you get a chance, check it out on Target.com, which it's worth it.
Yeah,
I
someone's
have that.
trying to get me into that because I love Cowboy Bebop and I love the Western type. And they said if you love Western,
you'll love it.
I would love Trigun. They said it's like Westernish. It's
Yes.
So I just
You
need
would
to
love
get
it.
Yeah, I just need to watch it.
In fact, like you'll probably get into it, and your wife is gonna be like, "Oh," and if she's into the Funko Pops, she'll be like, "Oh, I want those Funko Pops," because they did release them as Funkos.
Yeah.
And my wife and I watched it originally in the beginning, and then when they started doing the Funko Pops, she's got like a mess load. But they just released Trigun series, and I ended up getting it for her. She's like, "Oh, I'm happy, thank you." I was like, "Well, if I got the Funko Pops, I might as well get the." Well, we already got the figures, got the Funkos. I got to get the movies back, and then had to get it. So. All right, who else we got here? Let's do some comments while we got it.
But I have to be very careful with the anime that she does watch. So we kind of screen it a little bit. Spy Family's a good one, but like I won't let her watch Demon Slayer yet. Any of that stuff. So
Mom started when I first started watching Spy X Family. Mom watched it with me.
Yeah.
And now she just lets me watch it anytime.
Yeah, there's like Card Captor Sakura, which she could watch.
Right.
Of course, the Studio Ghibli movies. We went to the theater and watched Spirited Away.
No,
not Spirited Away.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle. That was the first time I've seen that, and it was freaking amazing. I don't know what took me so long to see that movie.
You would probably enjoy it. Now, the thing about this one is that it kind of references nudity, but they do keep it clean. It's a series called Those Who Hunt Elves. It was very comical. It's a really good story arc behind it. So it's a kind of a thing where I would say, Jimmy, check it out first before you let your daughters watch it.
Yeah.
And if you feel it's okay to do it because it's got enough coverage, because it does. They don't show nudity. It's like, the quick, kind of thing. But I would say check that out. That's another anime that I got into that was really fun to watch.
I'm trying to get her into Voltron and Transformers, but Voltron, the Netflix series, I think is more her, will be good for her. And then, of course, Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh!
See, I think
secret crush.
I have to agree with you. I think she would be better with the Netflix versions of Transformers and Voltron versus like the ones we grew up on, because we both got to admit the dialogue and the plots back in the day were just so robotic and dry.
Yeah.
And so cheesy and corny, but that's our generation versus their generation.
And she went and saw the Transformers 1 movie with us. And what do you think of that?
It was really good.
Yeah. Who do you want to cosplay for at TFCon?
Bad A word to try.
Bad A word to try. As Bumblebee.
I can't say that.
She asked us, "Can I say this once?" I'm like, yes, you can say it once.
Bumblebee.
I need to work on it a bunch.
Yeah.
I haven't even started on it.
I know.
Because I can't find any good tutorials that don't turn into the car. Because, if it turns into the car, I'll just have this big bump on the back.
I got to send you the video.
She does like Pokemon. You do like Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not too into it now, but I used to, really.
Yeah. Who was your favorite Pokemon?
I don't know.
It was Eevee.
Oh, wait, it was Snowy, remember?
Yeah, Snowy, which is a evolution of Eevee.
Yep. And we got some comments here too from Clyde. My neighbor is Totoro, Princess Mononoke.
Yep. We will be going to see those at the theater. With Studio Ghibli has their theater run thing that's going on right now, which has been really cool.
I've seen My Neighbor Totoro, but I haven't seen Princess Mononoke.
See, if you don't want to say bad Blablatron, you can always say I don't know if you've ever seen the skit from Key and Peele, the substitute teacher.
Aaron.
Yep. Keegan Michael Key did one for the Transformers and named a couple of one. Optimus Prime was Orion Pax. Optimus Prime was Optimum, with something or other. So Bumblebee comes up. He's like, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. I'll send you the video later so you guys can see it. It is hysterical though. But I was like, that's why if you watch the movie, I mean, I think it's like safe to say it's been a month now. So the inside joke behind the scene with Steve and Tron is from, in fact, was from Key and Peele, from The Substitute Teacher, and like another reviewer that I watched had I like said the reference joke and he didn't catch on to it, so I sent her the video. I was like, oh, now I know what you're talking about. I'm like,
I loved it. It was so funny. And Norbs, I'm a bad father. I have not introduced her to Digimon yet.
Oh, okay, yep. I was about to put that up for you.
Not
Digimon.
No, but Digimon is awesome. I would love to introduce her to Digimon.
Wait, is that the one Winnie watched?
Digimon is like Digimon to Pokemon is like Transformers to GoBots.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Garurumon.
If that was to describe it the best way, that's what it is.
This one show that Mom forbid Winnie from watching because it had this.
Oh, that's Yokai Watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all need a Masterpiece Steve figure, I think, too.
That would be awesome. A Masterpiece Steve figure would be great. Maybe you could build it out of a Junkion or something like that. Out of those Junkion legacy figures, you can build you a Steve.
I'm telling you, if we could keep up with, I'm not happy at the fact that they have the one. I can't even remember the names right now. I'll bring it up next probably on Live with Ultra Megatronus, because I was ticked off when they did the three figure set, and I just can't remember it. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was.
Yeah.
So, but you probably know you'll know once I do it. So okay, so we're gonna go to the next question, and this one's for both of you as well, and that is what is the one greatest benefit of working with each other?
I mean,
She gets toys that I buy for our tea time with.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I just love that she's interested in what I do as a hobby, and I think getting her involved, I think it helps her with her, I don't know, saying social skills, because you're not really being social, but I mean, it helps her with her presentation skills and things like that. But
and like stage fright and stuff.
Yeah, and stage fright and stuff like that. So she is not stage fright at all anymore.
Yeah, because I remember, like, I think the thing that made me not stage fright was my recital that I had one time, like the big recital.
Oh, at the dance recital? Yeah. But I think for us, it's just like, I mean, whenever we see a toy out there and be like, oh, that'd be cool for a tea time with Daddy and Katie, and then next thing you know, I've brought it home, and we're getting right. We are doing the next tea time with Daddy and Katie, which we'll probably film within the next couple weeks. Will be I ain't gonna tell you. It'll be a surprise. I already got it, so it'll be a surprise on that, and I like it to be a surprise, so that way she's just like, oh yeah.
All right, so we got Dr. 341 is asking, what is your favorite anime guy girl in a wholesome way?
Ooh, gosh. That's a tough one. I really like golly. I would say Attack on Titan's Mikasa. She was awesome. I mean, the love that she had for Eren Yeager in that, and that she always still loved him, and she was just wicked awesome. That would be one. I would say the other one, it may be Nezuko from Demon Slayer. I just think she's cute. She's awesome. She's just really great on that.
I cosplayed Nezuko one time.
Yeah, you did cosplay as Nezuko, and everyone came up to her at a convention and wanted to take pictures with her and stuff. So it was awesome.
I mean, wait, there was this one guy that asked if he could do like impressions.
Yes, I remember that.
That was awesome.
That was funny. But yeah, those would be probably a couple of them. I mean, there's always. I mean, I could probably name one from each anime that I've watched. Now,
you need to watch Spy X Family with me because I know you probably have a few.
Yeah, I would probably like Yor from Spy Family on that.
Or Lloyd.
Or Lloyd. But only if you think about girl, though, it'd be either Yor or Anya.
Anya.
So,
yeah. Okay. All right. So, New York 100 Impressions coming up with a question here. What are you guys looking at when answering the anime questions off to your left?
Actually, when I was answering the anime questions, I have all my anime figures. Let me see if I can move my camera. Right over here.
I saw that. I saw that. Is that the Empire sign on the lamp?
Where? Oh,
right there.
And then there's the Jedi one over there. I got these at a Star Wars weekend, and I had some colored lights in them. They were really, really cool. But yeah, all my anime figures, sorry for the shaky hands, folks, are over here right now temporarily. So that's what I was kind of looking at, just to kind of reference kind of what we were kind of talking about there. So, but yeah, I have figures all over the place. It's weird.
I'm hoping to get everything set up one day because, like, having this in the background is kind of like, yeah, and then it's like,
Yeah, I would. I need to, like, there's this half of the room over here. I need to redo because I did have a big Star Wars wall, but I got rid of some of that stuff, and so I'm wanting to kind of. I had 2 Star Wars walls, so I'm going to collapse it into one because I've got so many more superhero stuff and some other pop culture stuff, and I just kind of want to dedicate this side for all Transformers and robots, and then kind of get everything out going that way. So.
Back at 341. And I'm sorry I mispronounced your name a couple of times. He said that we need a collection tour video from Jimmy.
Oh yeah, I should probably do one of those. Take you into my garage where there's still a bunch of stuff in boxes too as well. So, but yeah, I should probably once I get the room kind of together, I will do that. I'll do that. That'll give me a few months, a couple months, and I'll put a collection video together.
If they wanted, you could come in my room to show them my collection.
Yeah, and we'll show you Katie's collection too.
Awesome
stuff.
So here's the question number 5, and this actually is going into what we've been talking about for the last couple of minutes. And the question is: aside from Transformers, it seems that you enjoy a lot of anime. And what is the one that got you hooked into watching anime? So, who wants to start that one off first?
Okay. Like, what is the what?
The one anime that got you hooked into watching anime.
Like, you were bored one day watching TV, you popped on a channel, all of a sudden you saw something that said, "Ooh, I want to watch this. This looks like fun." And then it's like, I love this. I must continue watching this from now on.
YouTube led me to all the animes I watch nowadays.
Okay.
But I think Pokemon started it all.
Pokemon.
Fair enough.
Good call.
Fair enough.
Good call. For me, it's kind of tough because as a kid, I watched some that I guess would be considered anime. Robotech or Macross, I guess as you would call it in Japan. Voltron would be considered anime on that too as well. But then I got out of it, and what got me back into it was my daughter when she started watching Demon Slayer. And so I started watching that with her, and I got hooked. And so then I went back in and started watching some of the older stuff that I watched again, like Cowboy Bebop. And then I just started getting hooked. I just got onto Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, I would say part of the influence there is my kids. I mean, I don't want to be like my dad was, although I appreciate, don't get me wrong, I appreciate what he got me hooked onto. But, you know, when I was a kid and Saturday morning cartoons were on, but when he got up, it was Westerns and his shows, Dragnet, all that kind of stuff, Westerns.
Yep.
So we couldn't watch any of that stuff. So I don't want to be that kind of person that's like, okay, now it's my turn to watch TV. So, get away, but I want to be interested in what they're watching and maybe discover something really new and something really cool with that, or maybe go, oh, you're watching that. Ouch. So, but for me, yeah, I would say my daughter got me into it when I started watching Demon Slayer. Then I got into My Hero Academia, and she will not watch that anymore. Because she thinks the fan base is really cringe, and so she got out of it.
Wow!
I loved it. I still love it. I think it's great.
I would watch it with you once I get older.
Yeah, you probably 1 or 2 more years. Yeah, for My Hero on that. So, It's really, really, really good. But that's what got me kind of going. I mean, I've always watched cartoons. I kind of got out of it in high school a little bit because I grew up in a small country and I thought I had to be cool and not do that. But, you know, I knew I could be cool and still play chess and still collect comic books and still play with Transformers. And then I wouldn't call it the dark days, but when I went to school, I was a minister for 15 years. So I was shut off from a lot of stuff for a while. And then I got back into it later on in life.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Here's the next question. And that's another tough one. And Ghostmax has to throw it in there every time. The question is, favorite pizza topping?
Oh, God.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Oh, she stumped. She stumped.
Ooh, I can tell you if you want to refresh your memory.
What?
The mellow mushroom. The mushroom pizza with the onions. I know cheese. If we got pizza, it's straight up cheese for this girl. Sometimes she does. Here. This is gonna be a flame war. Of course, yes, Norbs. Hawaiian pizza, the pineapple.
Pineapple pizza is great.
See, there we go.
Did she just say Hawaiian pizza is great?
She did.
I love you.
Yes.
In that fatherly sort of way, but
That's
I have to make sure I said that. And no, it's not wrong.
That's it. I love my favorite pizza topping. Believe it or not, I can eat all day, every day, like a barbecue type pizza, like a pizza with like either like barbecue pork or barbecue chicken or whatever, or any kind of pizza, you know, with like the I love it with the Italian sausage and like those little cupped pepperonis, not the big pepperonis, but the little tiny spicy ones. Those are good. Those are. I mean, this is a fat guy here, right here. I even love the cookie pizzas. I mean, when you go to the all you can eat pizza buffet and there's that dessert pizza right there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you start there and then you work your way back. You don't start at the salad bar. You start at the dessert pizza and then you go that way. Any kind of buffet, you don't start at the salad bar. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse, like, you know, where, you know, where you get the meat sweats, and the person's like, do you want to visit the salad bar? And I was like, heck no. I was like, turn that thing to green. Let's bring the meats down. Let's do it. So anyways, I don't know how we got off on that, but yes, all people have a great place in my heart, except for olives.
Yep. For me, it would be, margarita, Hawaiian. Even though it's not even Hawaiian, true story. Anybody that says like, the pineapple pizza is from Hawaii, they think it is an abomination. So it's weird. It's just, you know, I just call it pineapple bacon pizza. It's better with bacon than with ham because ham is all right.
Yeah, we went to a restaurant in Sevierville, which is just up in the Smoky Mountains near Gatlinburg, and the Brazilian steakhouse we like to eat at opened up a Brazilian pizza place, and they delivered it to your table kind of like a Brazilian steakhouse, but they deliver pizza to you. And they had some interesting ones. They had the one with corn, which was really good. And then like the mac and cheese pizza. Dang.
Oh,
where was that all my life? Right. So, but anyway, yeah. Hey, I'm no respecter of pizza. All pizza are welcome. Coexist. That's what I say. So,
yes, we don't hate pizza. Don't be a pizza hater.
That's right. That's right. You can pizza anything, just like you can egg roll anything. You could almost taco anything, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Egg roll, I'm not too sure about, though.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, yeah. The egg roll wrapper is just the vessel, what you put inside of it. Like we did Thanksgiving one time. We took our leftovers. We took stuffing, mashed potatoes, the turkey, a little bit of gravy, rolled it all up. And then you had a cranberry dipping sauce.
When you talk about like egg roll pizza, it makes me think about like that one cheeseburger sushi.
Egg roll pizza. I've never had egg roll pizza.
Oh,
sushi pizza.
Egg roll pizza.
I never even knew that existed. Sushi pizza.
Sushi pizza. Ooh.
I mean, I've had taco. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of sushi pizza. That's a new one. But he's in the city. I'm in the suburbs, so they wouldn't accept it so much.
We're in the South over here. I mean, it's just like, you know, sushi pizza. It's got to be that cooked fish, not the raw stuff. So
wait, what is this? I won't say Jimmy. I won't say Jimmy's wrong. Okay,
that's it. I'm never wrong.
Exactly. I didn't want to have to whip out the shame button on that one. That's a no-no.
Breakfast pizza, absolutely. Amen there, Princeton.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll put that up for the win on that
With
one.
gravy as it instead of the tomato sauce, you have the sausage gravy and then eggs and cheese. Oh, and a biscuit crust.
Which you can all find in the upcoming
pizza.
Food, the Bad, the Awesome cookbook
That's it.
coming out in the next couple of whenever he decides to release it.
My next YouTube channel. Help! I'm dying of a artery clogging. Whatever it may be.
Fruit pizza I've had once. It's actually pretty good.
What's funny is my guilty pleasure is gas station food. I love all gas station food.
You're brave.
I think that's why I don't get sick that often, is because gas station food has built up this immune system. But like I've had every type of roller hot dog, every type of thing that's on a roller, whatever it may be. I love the little podunk gas stations that have the fried foods. But I thought about doing like a YouTube channel that's called Jimmy's Got Gas, and it's just all about gas stations.
I would follow that. I would so follow that. That is all. I'm waiting for that one now.
There we go.
He's going for sushi pizza. Oh my! Now I'm starting to get hungry. That's crazy. I have to go on a diet now because my doctor called and said your sugar levels are pretty high, so you're at the stages of almost being diabetic. Let's tone it down a notch. And I'm like,
that's right. That's right. Hey, if you don't feel your foot getting numb, I don't think you've lived. So,
I've been feeling a lot of stuff getting numb, and it's like that's why I've been out of it lately. That's why I've been stupid with my body. Let's time to simmer down a much.
That's it. But it's gonna be funny. People watching this stream, they're gonna be like, "Where's the Transformers and the toys talk and stuff like that?" Hey, this is Mark. This is the Food Network now. We're food networking.
Hold on. Last time I checked, it says, look. Me, your reviewer. I'm not talking Transformers. I'm not talking Voltron. I'm talking about everything. That's it.
That's and maybe change the other E into an A, and then it can be meet your reviewer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, now I'm really getting hungry. You know what my favorite food is? The one I can digest. The ones I can't digest, then we got problems with.
That's it. Hey.
Here we go. Here we go, guys. We're going to start a new hashtag. Hashtag Jimmy's Got Gas. And he's already subbed. Look at that. You got a sub before it even got on the air yet.
That's it. There we go. Jimmy and Katie, let's go to your kitchen.
Here we go. Let's go to your kitchen. Oh, Big M's in the house too. Big M, what's going on? Apologies for not posting. Here we go. Glad you guys are all able to hang out with us this evening and check out the stream. And we're having a great time here with Jimmy G and Katie asking questions, talking about everything and anything possible. From collecting toys to collecting food. It is a great night tonight. So, all right. So we go through 5 questions. So I'm going to give everybody the opportunity in the chat to ask a question in regards to what they would like to hear. So come up with something really good. We already came up with the tough questions of like favorite pizza topping, which is kind of like the major thing. If bottom line, if Ghostmax doesn't ask that and every single Meet Your Reviewer, then it's like it feels wrong. Reviewer.
It's not a Meet Your Reviewer.
No, it feels wrong. It feels dirty. It's like it's not there.
While they're coming up with questions, I'll show you some of my stuff that I've gotten recently.
Go for it, please. Oh, I'm jealous.
The good old matrix of leadership. I went by, on my way home. It's not like I go directly home. You kind of have to stop and do a little bit of hunting. But this, I found they only had 2, and one of the boxes was shredded. But I got this one. Now, I am going to get this autographed at TFCon. I finally decided what I'm getting autographed at TFCon by Frank Welker. It's this Transformers vinyl.
That's awesome.
Here.
Nice.
I wish was coming because that would have been awesome. But then I saw this, and now my heart's torn. The Little People set.
Oh my God, that's so cute!
So
that is cool. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course TF Fan Geek. I'll show you here. This one's gonna be for you. I'm sure you got this coming. Dino King came in finally, so I can't wait to do him. Because of course he's just a repaint of the Dinobots. But I always thought that was what they should have made. I'm sure they made the Dinobots to kind of sell stuff so they could do this. But I always thought Dino King was perfect for that. And then Red Hood, good old McFarlane Red Hood. And And then the piece de resistance, because I mean, we started out with Voltron and all that good stuff, is this guy right here. And this is the 3-0 Robo Duo black and gold Voltron. And I like it because it's got the red eyes, so it reminds me of the dark Voltron that Hagar the Witch caused to fight the real Voltron, if y'all remember that episode.
Yep.
So cool. Can't wait to do this review. I think I'm going to do this next week. So that's going to be awesome on that.
All
So
right.
those are just a few things. Oh, and I don't know if y'all seen the new Batman cowls that have come out. So,
Yep, I saw that one. Yep.
yep. And this one's the rare one to find. The if you find it, it's the platinum one. This one's the rare one. It's going for like $50-$60 online right now.
How you doing, David? Welcome to the stream. Glad you'd be able to join us tonight, man. Hope you're doing good.
So
All right, so we got
some things.
So we got two questions that we're going to bring up from the chat. First chat's from Batcat341. What are your favorite items in your collection or grails?
Ooh, I don't know if they're close enough to reach. Can you hand me that red one there, that not next to Optimus Prime?
Okay, hold on.
Of course, y'all heard me talk about my very first Transformer. Not that one.
Oh, the one next to you.
The next one. There we go.
Here's bro.
Here he is. Good old pre-rub side swipe, just the way I got it when I was a kid. So that
Nice.
right there is one of my favorites that I have. I love it. Love the way this transforms. Everything is tight. Of course,
And that'll take care of TF Fangeek's question, who's your favorite Transformer figure, I think.
there we are. Yeah, side swipe. Actually, who's my favorite Transformer figure? I don't know. There's a bunch of primes back here. And then we talked about Voltron, and I don't know if I can reach them. But the Matchbox Voltron. I was able to pick that one up at a local comic book shop that I visit, and he had it still in box, and it was just in this almost pristine condition. I did a review on it. It's on my channel, and he sold it to me for like, I won't tell you how much he sold it for me, but it was a lot cheaper than you thought it would be because he was a good buddy of mine, and so I was able to get that with the box. It's just so, again, when I play with it and when I was touching it and all that kind of stuff, it just reminded me when I was a kid on that. So it's really cool. Those are two of them. I've got some other ones that are grills. I got the G1 Jetfire, Sunstreaker. I got Wheeljack, so the Daruger Voltron back there.
Nice.
So the G1 there on that. So I just recently got back into finding my grails and stuff like that. So it's just I think from a Star Wars standpoint, the vintage Millennium Falcon, so cool on that. So, but yeah, those are a few things. What about you? What's you got?
Yeah, Katie, that goes to you. That question's for you too. What's your grail?
No way. Is that what I think that is?
Oh,
Yes, it is. This is what you think it is.
Never ending story. Now I got the song stuck in my head, but that's okay. Falcor rules.
Falcor. Falcor.
it's probably my 3D printed dragons.
Her 3D printed dragons that she loves on those. But speaking of Falcor, that wasn't a fake, but y'all saw the new Falcor, right?
Yes, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
I am not liking the design. My wife, who loves the Never-Ending Story, saw that and she's like, "Have they lost their minds? And why would they take a character like that?" Supposedly, there's a better version of it. So the original print that we saw was not the finalized one, but at the same time, it's still aiming in that direction. So I'm hoping they'll change it up and make it a little bit more friendlier. Just because, I don't even think they should remake the Never-Ending Story to begin with. I think they should just leave it alone. But that's my own opinion, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'll be open-minded, but doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. New York Hunter says, when you get a chance, tell us about your contest. It seems a great way to sell items from your collection. And what started that?
Oh, yeah. So I stumbled across a Facebook group a little over maybe 4 or 5 months ago, Transformers Underground. And if you haven't heard of them, I don't know, maybe I'll try to find a link and put it in the chat. But Transformers Underground, it's where they kind of have these like waffles or raffles where you can bid on spots, and you have a chance to win prizes. So instead of spending $300 on a bot, you can spend $10 and hopefully win it. And so so when I did that, there's been several things I've won from that. I won a Nemesis Prime, a Tidal Wave, my Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. I still got one coming from Planet Toys, which I can't wait for, but I won that one too as well. And it's kind of a fun way for everyone to just have some fun, support the community. Instead of going through eBay fees and stuff like that, it's just a really great way of getting a chance to support the community, and I love that. And so then I started going, hey, what about some of my stuff? So I started putting some of my stuff. I've got one auction right now. It's an experimental auction. There's only 10 spots, and it's $50 a spot, but you could walk away with a DX9 Menasor, or Lewin Resources Optimus Prime, G1 Jetfire. That's pristine. One of those, you get to choose one of those prizes and stuff like that. So
Right.
I've had some luck just putting up some stuff too as well, and just it's just a really fun way of kind of finding some bots and getting to know a really good community. It's Tim Reagan, Carl Sommerfeld. They put it on, and there's another, and that's the sister site of TF Transformers Underground Chat. If you're not part of that one, they're really good. They're really good people on that, and so which I'm working with Billy the Kid's. If you don't know Billy Clifton, I'm working with him, and we're eventually going to be having kind of a regular live show that's going to be happening too. Trying not to interfere with this one, but just that that'll be like a Transformers Underground. We were talking with Tim. We're kind of just brewing, and Tim's kind of vision is to kind of have multiple shows to kind of be like almost like a Transformers or a pop culture kind of like channel on Facebook. So even like with yours, Live with Ultra Megatronus could be on there, could be promoted on there too as well. So so it's really cool just being part of that community. And but those things are auctions. But yeah, don't worry, Diecast. I may take that one down and bring it back down to like $8 or $9 a spot. So but it's a fun thing. It's addicting. You got to be careful.
Yep.
Remember, gambling's bad. But be
That's
very,
why I
very,
haven't gotten too involved with it, because I'm like, I already know how I would be with that. I don't gamble. And it's like, but I want to try one day just to support the cause. You guys do a wonderful job on that, and people do win it. I mean, you're one of the winners. In fact, Norbs, won something a couple of days ago. I just happened to watch it, and it's like he won the Wheel of Fortune. I was like, wow, he won! Congratulations!
Yeah, that was from the giveaway on my channel. He won the I haven't sent it out yet, Norbs. It's coming. Don't worry. The autographed Lino figure that's autographed by Larry Kenny. That was my 3,000 subscriber giveaway.
Nice.
And I've got my 5,000 subscriber main thing that I'm giving away already ready. So I'm trying to get to that 5,000 mark by the end of the year. But it's a 4-pack Funko Pop Demon Slayer that's autographed by the voice actors of Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke on that. So
nice.
I just love giving. I mean, it's one of those things. I know some people just don't have the money or things like that, and I just love kind of just giving back to the community and stuff like that, and everyone just having a shot to be able to get something that's really cool. So
I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
All right, have fun. Hope everything comes out all right. So all right.
Okay,
So,
I'll be back in a sec.
But yeah, just definitely right now on Transformers Underground, which if any of y'all are wanting a shot at a Unicron, they have that going on right now. And so it's 100 spots at $20, like $23 a spot. So I was like, oh, hey, it only takes one. And so I said, I'll do one, or I'll do, and then I did a couple more. So.
Okay, and first of all, I would also like to say thank you to Transformers Underground Chat for allowing me to advertise the stream as well as Live with Ultra Megatronus to allow the community to expand more. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a chance to talk with these guys as well and bring them on the stream. They always have an invite, so if you guys happen to be checking it out, just reach out to me. Transformers, not Transformers. I'm sorry. Toy Collectors Universal and More Group. Also reach out to Jimmy G. And you know the story, guys.
Yeah.
Always, my goal is to get every single possible reviewer I can on this show that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that would be something everybody would want. Unicorn would take up a whole room. No, he wouldn't. No. I mean, I would say Unicron. I mean, Unicron's smaller than a Titan, depending on which one you get.
Oh
if I'm
no,
not
he's
mistaken.
big. He's big. He
Are we talking like the HasLab Unicron?
we're
Or are
talking
we
the
talking?
HasLab Unicron, not the Studio Cell Unicron.
He's about the size of a Titan, a regular Titan, right? Or is he a
No,
little taller?
he's 28 inches. No, maybe more than that. I don't remember. I mean, Tia Fangeek would probably know. Tia Fangeek, look it up. Look up where the HasLab Unicron height is and put it in the chat there. So,
Yep.
No,
he already got 2 spots in for Unicron, so
yeah,
that's a good thing.
And I hope you don't win, Big M, because I want it. So I'm just kidding. Good luck. Good luck on it. The one thing I need to get back to, because one of the things that I love doing is highlighting smaller channels on my channel too as well. So sometimes at the beginning of my video, I like to kind of spotlight some, because I think it's really cool to build this community. Everyone has their own opinions and everyone has their interesting things of doing things and different ways of doing things. And I love watching different reviews, and plus it helps me kind of grow. Like there's different inspirations for my channel. I know and I know Raz will probably kill me if he hears this. He was one of the inspirations for my channel. Like I started watching Raz and Mimo, Patriot Prime, Diecast. I think I watched one of your videos before I started my channel on that. And so I was just like, man, these guys have a passion and a love for doing this stuff. Maybe I can kind of do that same thing too as well. And that's what I want to do for some of the smaller channels too as well. And some people, so if you have a channel that you want promoted, just reach out to me and I'll take a look at it. Now, of course, I do have some standards. I don't want you kind of promoting weird agendas or anything like that. Because again, it's if you're not promoting love and just being, just very passionate about your hobby and you're trying to get out an agenda, I don't want to have it. And I don't want to hear it on that.
27 inches tall. And that's the tallest Titan figure they got. Fort Max at 24 inches tall. So, okay.
Yeah,
I would hope that Unicron would be the biggest of them all, but
yeah, it's crazy because I wanted to support it when it first came out. It was like $500 though, and I just didn't have it. And now they're selling for like $2,000. It's just crazy.
Believe it or not, I didn't like the design. I didn't like the leg kibble. I didn't like,
Yeah.
It was massive. It was like, okay, I agreed with the height, but the kibble and everything else, I thought it was, and the price that they're asking, I'm like, you want how much for it? $1,000 for this thing almost? No, thank you. Then you got the Cell 01 Unicron version, and for
Awesome.
$300 to $400, heard a lot of great things about it. Then they came out with finally Primus, so I'm thinking that's going to be my go-to guys as opposed to the HasLab stuff.
He's a taller galactic class figure. That's funny.
That's not even. Is that a qualification? You know what? We're going to give TF Fangeek that glory of saying he came up with the new class of Transformer. Galactic class.
Galactic.
It's all
class.
you, man. Make sure you get a trademark on that too, man. I don't want anybody stealing that idea.
I would love to see a Unicron versus Galactus and see who would win. Marvel's Galactus. They're both Planet Eaters. That would be awesome.
TF Fangeek, you're in, not TF. I'm sorry. New York Hunter, you're still in there. Ken, how tall is your Galactus? Because he's got that figure. He just reviewed it a while back.
Yeah, but how cool would it be
in the group
to see that kind of crossover? And again, like a Star Wars, where I would like to see like a Star Wars Transformers. I don't want to see them make them into like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'd like original figures, but I would want a story. I think a cool story, if you can fit it in the canon, would be they discover like these vehicles turn into robots, and then you have, of course, the Emperor discovers Unicron.
Right.
Him in, and you have like these acolyte robots and stuff like that. I think it'd be so cool to kind of involve and just kind of have all this cool stuff happening with Star Wars and Transform. I got to put it together. It'd be kind of cool fan fiction, but that they are all fighting like a Unicron and the Emperor together would be kind of cool.
Ken, if you happen to see, if you happen to please take definitely take care of your daughter first. If you happen to catch though, how tall your Galactus is, let us know.
Yeah,
yep.
He's a big one.
Yeah, he's a biggie. So, all right. Well, now we're going to go to number 6. Thank you again, guys, for asking questions. And if you got more questions, definitely put it on the chat, and I will put it up. So the number 6 question is, what inspired you to come up with your title to your stream?
I was trying to think about a good title to do, and I was actually watching, of course, a Western, and y'all know which one, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. One of my favorite Westerns, the Man with No Name trilogy. And I thought, hey, that sounds cool. What's the good, the bad? But I don't like the ugly. And so I was like, let's do something else. And I just thought, let's do the good, the bad, the awesome. And then so I looked up. At first, I wanted to do something called Life in the Key of G, and someone already had that. And so then I looked up, started searching the good, the bad, the awesome. No one had a channel named that. So I said, okay, well, I'll just take it and just went from there. I was like, maybe this will just be a temporary name, and so far it's really stuck. So I love it.
I'll keep it for sure.
I brought some of my collection.
Katie brought some of her collection down.
I'll show it off. Katie, show it off. This is about you just as much.
Here are the little 3D printed stuff I was talking about.
Little dragons.
I got to show that to my wife later with the 3D stuff, printed dragons. She loves dragons too.
I brought my little ones down because I have a big long one upstairs, but I don't know where I put it.
What are those names of these?
This is Amethyst. I remember naming this one Carlos. And then my one upstairs is named Perry. Because I wanted to go with something like kind of like French from Paris, kind of.
Paris.
Paris.
On that. And then you brought down.
This is something my sister gave to me.
Oh, that's cool.
Little
Nezuko.
And then this one Dad gave to me. It's a mini one. She's so teensy.
She's so cute.
That is cool.
She's so cute. So when she said she had to go to the bathroom, she had to go get some collections.
No, I really did have to use the bathroom.
Was it a board meeting with Dr. Doom?
No.
Okay.
So here's a question. This is an offset question because he brought this up. Do you think they should make a USS flag for G.I. Joe again? Because the original one was about 4 feet long. I remember that one. Do you think this one is going to be made any bigger or the same size? Or?
You know what's interesting, because they've been making the HasLabs for G.I. Joe. Most of them have been for the 6-inch figures. I mean, the only one that I saw for the 3.7 was the Sky Striker, which I was hoping that the Rattler would have been for the 3.75, but they made it for the 6-inch. So if they made a flag, that would be huge.
That would be about.
I'd be all for it because they did the HasLab for the Jabba's sail barge, which is humongous on that. But man, that would be big. I don't see them doing it though. I don't see them doing a HasLab for that. I would say the next HasLab for G.I. Joe would probably be the Night Raven.
What's going on, nobody?
On that, so yeah. Hi, best YouTuber. Aw, man, Norbs, they called you the best YouTuber. On that, so. But I'm trying to figure out what the next HasLab for Transformers would be because I know we got Omega Prime from Robots in Disguise.
Right.
I want a GoBot Command Center. Make a GoBot. I'm just kidding.
I wanted to get an Omega Prime, but I was just like, another HasLab creation, $250 for a guy that should be at least about $80. I just was like, no, I won't cater into that one. I'm just gonna have to imagine it.
I caved. It's a Prime. I have to cave. I have a soft spot for Prime, and so anytime I see an Optimus Prime, I got to get it, no matter how ugly or how bad it is. On that, so
it's an interesting one. I mean, like the one thing I held off on originally was Armada Prime, and then I was like, all right, I'll cave. Thank you, Norbs, for that one because, between you and between Norbs, between TF, and as well as you, Jimmy, I ended up getting it for the price that was advertised originally. So I lucked out with that. And I opened up, I was like, okay, this is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Then came Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. And we all know where that is.
That's awesome. I'm sorry, I'm an enabler for some. It's funny in our group, it's like, oh, look what I got. And the next thing you know, like 4 or 5 of us, I ordered it too. And all of us are doing that. So all of y'all, like Diecast, and I blame New York Hunter. Darn you for getting me into Marvel Legends. I promised I wouldn't, and then I got into it, and I'm but then I got you back with McFarlane, so New York. I got you back, New York Hunter.
See, I'm glad I'm in the position I am because I didn't have to worry about getting Marvel Legends. I already had some of them, old school ones, and then the other, like whatever you guys were going for, was like, oh, you're gonna get into the McFarlane. Too late. I already got into the McFarlane.
Yep.
The Transformers was like, I got into it before I even started watching the YouTube channels because I was like, I've always wanted Transformers as a kid. I never had an opportunity to, and then I ended up getting them. And then when I saw there was people doing YouTube Transformers stuff, I was like, wow. And it branched out. It started off with one reviewer, Dennis Bolton, in fact. He was the first one I watched. And then it branched out to Ninja Bill, New York Hunter Impressions, Patriot Prime, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. I was like, oh, these guys are awesome in their reviews, and I love the way they do it. They just are down to earth.
Yeah.
So
it was funny. When I first started my channel, and matter of fact, I don't know if Diecast remembers meeting me, but I met you at TFCon Orlando, but I was very shy. I was just like, hey, how's it going? You're awesome. And then I left. So it'll be interesting. This is the next TFCon, just kind of not being that. I'm an introvert at heart. Like, I'm just that kind of person. I'm very awkward in crowds. Which you wouldn't think, because I do like to talk and I do like to speak and stuff like that. But when it comes to being in crowds and stuff, it's just weird. So it'll be interesting just being down there with a bunch of amazing, talented people and just learning from each other and just having some fun.
Go ahead, Katie.
For a day at least, I want to go with you. Even if I don't finish my costume, I'll go with you.
Thank you. She will be
Katie,
there.
I will tell you. I will give you some advice. Have you ever cosplayed at a convention before?
She has.
Yes, I have.
So you've had the costumes where people stop you and say, "Hey, can I get a pose?"
Yeah, sometimes. Some of them didn't stand out much because there's a lot of people cosplaying them. But I think my snowy one stood out a little bit.
Yeah, her snowy one was cute that she did.
And then
I'll have to find a picture and show y'all.
I had a few people come up to me when I was dressed up as Nesco.
Yeah.
Just like
that's cool.
Because there's a bunch of people dressed up as Nesco as well.
That's it.
Since it was like YamaCon, it was AnimeCon.
Yeah, which we're going again to in December, YamaCon, which is awesome on that. So, thank you, Batcat.
I've made the unfortunate mistake of going. This is going back to 2013. So I did two cosplays before that. 2011, I did a cosplay of what was it? Smallville Superman when he had the black suit.
Yeah.
So did that one. It wasn't anything spectacular. I just had the trench coat, the Superman shirt, which was already black with the silver, and left it at that. I was like, okay, cheap cosplay, whatever. The following year, 2012, I did Riddick. I didn't have the blades, but I bought them at the convention at New York Comic Con. Then 2013 came, and I was like, I definitely want to go all out. And it was the worst mistake and decision I ever made in my life, because I ended up making a homemade costume of Spider-Man 2099, not knowing that they were bringing back Spidey 2099 in the Spider-Man series and the Marvel. I was like, okay, cool. So I get to Comic-Con Friday, and not even 5 minutes when they opened the door, I had a photographer. Oh, can I get a picture? Yeah, sure. That was the most exercise weekend because it was just 5 steps, stop, pose. 5 steps, stop, pose. My wife has said, "That's it. I'm leaving you. You're on your own."
That's it.
It was a workout and a half. Friday to Sunday, I think I did more posing than I did actually enjoying the convention.
Yeah.
So make sure your costumes are not that good, because you will be stopped all the time.
I think I'm gonna. My cosplay that I want to do. Someday I'm gonna do it. Is I want to cosplay as an autograph booth for celebrities, and so just wear the booth and just be in it, and just autograph pictures of myself to give to people or something. So just be that autograph booth. Thank you, Batcat. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for being a member.
We all do.
Thank you for being a member.
We all do.
Also,
and thank you to nobody _art for wanting to subscribe.
If anyone watching this goes to a bunch of cons, and you go to a bunch of popular cons, if my father ever does a booth again, I'm learning how to crochet those little stuffed animal things. So I could do stuff.
She's plugging her business.
Yes.
Go ahead, plug your business. I welcome
Katie.
Remember, guys, I welcome the plug.
That's it. That's it.
Although Mom did give me a few kits.
That's it. And also go and wear deodorant. Maybe we'll just sell deodorant.
Yeah.
Plug your business. Put it on the chat. In fact,
we don't have a business. She started again. She started.
Well, now you got one. Now you got one. All right. Also, Ken is back. Ken, we need to know how tall your Galactus is. We're trying to figure out between Galactus and Unicron, who's the taller of the two. And good evening, Crafts Relax.
So,
Thanks for swinging on by. Hope you're enjoying what you catch right now.
Nobody are. I don't understand what I'm saying half the time either. So it's just funny.
I mumble. I apologize if I don't speak too clear. I'm getting old. That's what it comes down to.
We're old. That's it. Back in my day,
don't worry.
we had plastic in our package and we liked it.
Don't worry. I don't understand what he's saying sometimes either.
That's it. That's all right.
Back in my day, Transformers were a wheel. Do you know what they were 5 years later? The same damn thing.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
All right, so we're gonna go with the number 7 question here.
Ooh, yeah.
So aside from Transformers, we all know you love Voltron. So here's the question: if you had to choose of the better of the two, which one would it be?
Why? It's like picking your child. It's like picking your favorite child on that. And I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But
Excuse me.
Okay, Katie, I got news for you.
What?
We all love all of our kids.
We do. We all do. But since Daddy said that, we are going to do this for you to him.
I'll spit water at you.
That's it. That's it. My favorite of the two. I'm gonna go Transformers. Yeah.
I know that.
Wow.
It's gonna be my
For
favorite.
your daughter to get that's a classic. Like what? That's a classic. Like lose the air in the room. Wow.
I know.
Nobody saw that coming. I bet.
It's tough. It's tough, right? Transformers. I don't know what gives that away, yeah, Transformers. But again, Voltron is that close second. I'm sorry, Voltron, that you're like the bridesmaid, not my bride right now. But there's room for both of y'all on that. But yeah, Transformers.
Okay, so as a fan, I asked co-pilot HasLab Unicron 27 has a Galactus that's at 32 inches tall.
Oh wow,
that's a big one. That's a big boy.
Yeah. I
That
know
is
they just started shipping Giant Man, the Marvel Legends Giant Man. So I'm curious to see that one on that too as well. So
yeah, was that? Wait, I never remembered seeing a Transformer figure for $10 unless it was like a Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Tia Fangeek's going shame zone.
I know. Sorry, Tia Fangeek.
Galactus is taller. Yep, we've got a winner, and
I want a Galactus. I'm gonna wait to find a good deal on one. I do want one.
Why? What's he going for right now?
Oh, I mean, right now he's averaging about $400.
I'm sorry. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've got a Sentinel. I've got the HasLab Sentinel. I haven't taken him out of the box yet.
Right.
And so, but I want to get a bunch of Marvel Legends X-Men figures to get that one too as well. Yeah. Yeah, NY Hunter got them for $500. Yeah, I've seen them anywhere from $400 to $700, just depending on. Some were like the $400 ones that didn't include the extra figures on that. So,
Galactus figure sent to your house, $500. The fact that you're spending the night on a couch for the next 5 years, priceless.
the hard part about buying them now is the shipping cost. Unless you can find it local, the shipping cost is going to be the tough one.
Yeah. I ended up when I was collecting. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guy. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
Oh no, that's okay. I was like, I think I saw like they had a Galactus for $600, but then shipping itself was like $100.
I think when I was collecting X-Men back in the day, like they're like how they're re-releasing like the Iron Mans and all that stuff, that scale size. When they were doing the X-Men, they also released I want to say the 1.5 or 2 foot figures for X-Men. So I ended up getting Apocalypse small, and then I ended up getting the Apocalypse big just because it had that episode where he grew into a giant.
Yeah.
And it scaled beautifully. I was like, oh, I love the fact that I still have him to this day. In fact, I got to dig through one of the, I got a trunk that's got some old stuff. So I got to see if I can find it. Maybe I'll like sell them to, I don't know. It's definitely, it's X-Men. It would be compatible with the X-Men 97, but it's just, all it is, I think it's just no bendable arms or legs. It's like, just the basic, rotation stuff.
Yeah. I'd love to see McFarlane make a big, huge figure.
Oh, God,
I mean, right now, the biggest figures that are out there are like the mega figs, like Doomsday and stuff like that. But I'd love to see them make but I'm trying
Bane.
Huh?
Bane, Batman, Superman versus Bane. Or Batman versus Bane, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've got that one. And it's a big figure, but it's not like, I'd love to see like a Galactus size something. I don't know what it would be. I'm trying to think. One of the new gods probably on that. So
actually, believe it or not, I would want to see, if I were to see a Galactus size one, and I don't care because I'm tired of this whole cancel culture stuff. I would love to see Giganta and Apache Chief 2-pack.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
We're talking going back to the day of like the Super Friends, and I loved Apache Chief. I thought he was awesome. But, of course, everybody's got to come up with some complaint about it, making it like, oh, well, that's being a stereotypical, blah, 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 blah. He was a superhero in a cartoon full of superheroes, and I think they did a great job.
I'd love to see an Uncle Sam.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool, too, as well.
At the bottom of the screen. Oh, it's supposed to say, yeah, it got cut off. I tried to fit the screen off. But it says the good and the bad and the awesome. I tried to, do the screen that I do for the thumbnails and the intros for my guests. So
yeah,
so I can't perfect everything. All right, so number 8 question is: are you ever going to release a cookbook for your food, bad and awesome? I actually had that as a question. I was going to throw that at you, but we were talking about the food now, and we're like, we're going.
That's it. What's funny, did that come from because of my TikTok channel, the name of it?
I think so. No, I know you mentioned it a couple of times, and I was like, I got to throw this in as a question. So
yeah, because what's funny about that is like when I was putting all my social media together and I made a TikTok channel, I misspelled the good, the bad, the awesome, and I accidentally put the food, the bad, the awesome. And so what's funny, I'm sure people are going to that channel thinking to see some kind of food reviews, and they're just seeing toys. So I think I just got to do eat a burrito while I'm doing a food review on my TikTok channel or something. Or maybe I just pivot it to the gas station one with the food, the bad, the awesome on that. So
why not? I mean, I did when we were doing a live with Ultra Megatronus, I ended up eating a muffin.
That would probably be the thing to do.
But
I come with
it's funny. I tried to change it to the good, the bad, the awesome, but somebody took it. So.
Oh.
How rude of them!
I'm keeping it as the food, the bad, the awesome, folks. If you're on TikTok and you see a toy review with food in it, then there you go.
That's the food, the bad, the awesome.
Well, you know what? No, the Party Walloper wouldn't work with that one. But wouldn't they have something? Oh, wait a minute. Stranger Things, the Transformers for that one.
Yeah,
pizza. There you go. That works.
He's on there. But yeah, I probably just need to instead of putting them on a rotating platform, maybe a rotating pizza or something. I don't know.
Now I'm really getting hungry. I'm trying to go on a diet. I gotta be good. I gotta be good. But
the new figure I got. Which one? Oh, yeah. Here's something I won. It was a free entry. My daughter wanted me to show this off because, as y'all know, September 24 there was the great toilet paper rush due to the threat of dock workers striking and stuff like that. So everyone was at Costco buying toilet paper. So I was in fear, but thank God there's another site called the Moon Room where you can kind of do the same raffle stuff, but it's mainly for other stuff like action figures and things like that. But this was an appreciation raffle, and I won it, and it's my Beavis and Butthead. So I have TP for my bunghole. So
that is so awesome. Oh my God! If you ever find another one, let me know. That is so awesome. I've got that shirt. I love that episode.
I will. Love that they came back. I thought it was just as funny when they came back, and I'm looking forward to because I know King of the Hill they're bringing it back, and it's supposed to be like Bobby Hill's grown up and all that kind of stuff. So I can't wait to see that one. Nobody is asking where is Figma Gojo. I am still looking for a good price on it. The one time I bought a Figma Gojo,
What's a
and I
Figma
found it.
Gojo?
It's a Figma's a company that makes figures. The one time I bought one, I bought it from Amazon, and it was like $80, and I was like, oh, it's their like new $80, and I was like, I'm gonna get this one because everyone's been asking for the Figma Gojo review, and so I got it. I opened it up, and it was broken in half. Spoiler alerts: if you've watched Jujutsu Kaisen, my Gojo was broken in half, and so I had to send it back to Amazon. And right now, like buying a Figma Gojo, I have to find it, but right now they're averaging about $160 to $200.
Hey, Jimmy, could you hold that toilet paper again?
Yes.
We got to do this. We got to do this right.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Has that been 10 seconds? If for longer than 10 seconds, they may get us.
No!
Come on, people. Free plug. We just advertise your TV for your bungholes.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so what else we got here? We're going to check out this question. We should tell people out there that you need the blue Voltron 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I do need that blue Voltron 2 bot. And if y'all don't know who Voltron 2 is, it's the Gladiator Voltron. So there's 3 Voltrons that are out there. The very first one was was it the Daruger? I think Daruger. No,
Daruger, I think, was the first one.
Yeah.
And then
Daruger was the first of Voltron. Something happened. Sorry. Was the first Voltron, and then the second Voltron was the Gladiator one, which is the 3 bots: the red, beta, gamma, and alpha, and they combined as one big Voltron. And then, of course, the third Voltron, which is the most popular one, is the Lion.
Supposedly, and here's a crazy thing that it's unofficial, but supposedly there's a 4th Voltron.
Yeah,
because it's supposedly because the head looks like the head from Predaking or something. Like the chest is like a Predaking stylish thing. So that's supposed to be like the 4th Voltron. I don't know if it was you that presented to me or I just happened to cross the thing. But I definitely know the 3 that we all knew at the time was Daruger, the Gladiator, and then Lionbot. Yeah. Go Lion.
Yeah,
those are the 3 Voltrons that we knew.
For all of y'all that were into Power Rangers, all that stuff, you owe a lot to Voltron, as well as the bots that went before that too, as well. So,
but I think as far as the 5 group is concerned, I think if you want to pay tribute to it, Gotcha Man, aka Battle of the Planets, that was the first 5. True.
Absolutely.
And if you think about it with the vehicles and all that stuff, and I love the Phoenix, but oh my god, I can't see spending $80 for a Phoenix this big. I can't.
Yeah. I know, right? It's tough. It's tough. Life choices. It's either toilet paper for your bunghole or the Phoenix. So,
what was this question? Okay, have there ever been any Voltron crossovers? If not, I enjoy. Yes. Not the Voltron Gundam, but the Fleet of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was they sold that. In fact, TF, if you ever happen to be in a Walmart and you see Voltron, the Daruger version and the Go Lion version, they might actually have the Fleet of Doom with that. If not, you could probably order it online. Because I know I ended up getting that one from New York Comic Con. I lucked out with that one. But yeah, there was that crossover with Daruger and Go Lion. In fact, that episode was made specially for the U.S. because everybody wanted to see it.
Yeah, but that was just a crossover with 2 Voltrons. There's no Voltron Transformers, Voltron G.I. Joe, or anything like that. I think it was its own thing. And I know people keep asking who would win in a fight. I've heard people ask Voltron or Devastator and stuff like that. And you got to think Voltron is so much bigger than Devastator. So much bigger. But I'd love to see I would love to see a Voltron Transformers crossover or a Voltron G.I. Joe or something like that. That would be kind of cool.
I think they did a crossover. It was a YouTube special. It was a YouTube fan one. There's I forgot the name of the group that does it, but they do the what if scenarios, like who would win a fight between, say, Deadpool and Joker and all that stuff. So I think they did one with Voltron and, in fact, the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna give the answer to that one. Everybody's gonna have to look that up. But it was a good fight, and it was a logical fight. And the decision on who wins is basically a voter win situation. So it's really cool to check them out. I forgot the name of the group, though. That's the only thing that sucks. Voltron versus Smurfs?
versus the Smurfs.
Papa Smurf probably has some spell that he's gonna like. He would take them all out.
He gonna turn him into a Smurf.
Like it when they call him Big Papa. Anyway,
Oh, speaking of the Smurfs, it's kind of like it, but I wanted to be Donald Trump as the Lorax for Halloween.
she wants to be Donald Trump as the Lorax for
but
Halloween.
we're gonna be in
Anyway.
Washington.
Oh wow.
Because she says when she saw Donald Trump, she goes, "Is he the Lorax?" And I was like,
Oh wow.
I was like, touche.
That's a new one. That's a new one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, nobody art. It only starts with one, but you'll get more. Brainy's a monster, absolutely, absolutely on that. But yeah, so
You had Ken going on that one, so that was hilarious. All right, so we got like 2 more questions left to go. Unless anybody else wants to throw some questions in, I will be more than happy to hold off on a second, and we can still keep talking anything. Oh, here we go. TF said did an Optimus Prime versus Iron Man in 2016.
Yeah.
Yep. No spoilers on that one, so nobody has it. So nobody sees it. Okay, Bizarro Lorax.
that's Donald Trump, Bizarro Lorax.
Oh my lord. I don't affiliate with any news network whatsoever with politics, so
That's it.
you know,
Hey.
everybody vote for who you feel you want to vote for.
Exactly.
You know, remember in the end, your vote is the final, cost of everything. Yeah, excuse me for like doing my glasses here. I feel weird without my
I always
beard
thought
now.
the election should be like American Idol. Like, everyone can vote as many times as they want, and you just eliminate candidates. They get their final song at the end of like their elimination and stuff like
As
that.
long as it's not like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because God forbid we get a politician there. It's like I'd like to use a lifeline, please.
Yeah. No,
Like,
they have to, like, 8 of them. You get through all of them. They visit a bunch of states. Everyone, you get the William Hung of the politicians, and then of course you get down to the final 10, and then
oh god, she bang. Now I got that song in my head. I haven't heard that name in years. Wow,
Okay,
William
I have
Hung.
something to say.
Okay.
So when people talk about like the voting stuff, all I think about is this one show I watch called Total Drama Island, because basically the so there's many people in the show, and they basically vote people off the island that they're on, and it's like there's a challenge, and whichever team loses the challenge, that team has to vote someone off the crew.
That's it.
So yeah.
There we go.
See, the youth of America, and they're learning. They're starting to learn again. Thank you for that. That is the most intelligent thing I've heard from a young person like you. Thank God. There is still hope.
That's
All right. There is hope. All right, so here's the 9th question for you guys. I love Total Drama Island. The cartoon version of Survivor.
nice.
All right. So, if you had any advice to give to if you had any advice to give to up and coming YouTubers, what would it be? And Katie, definitely, I want your input on this as well.
Kitty needs to be on here.
Katie and now Kitty.
All right, let Kitty go. She does not like it.
She's like, I'm tired. Let me go.
No.
Did you hear the question?
Nope.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. If you had any advice to give to up and coming YouTubers, what would it be?
Have good lighting. I can't think of anything.
There you go, folks. That's how it's done.
Kitty!
I would say just in the same line that Katie spoke. It's being genuine and being yourself. Start somewhere. Don't wait till you have the best camera or best lighting or whatever it may be. I mean, you have this amazing device in your hand right here that you can just start with. And then if you're passionate about something, just go after it. And just if you're saying, hey, can I make money doing this? Yeah, but it's going to take forever on that. But you want to do it because you have a passion that you just want to share with people. on that. So, but be yourself. Like you don't like I'm not Patriot Prime. I'm not Norbs. I'm not TF Fan Geek. I'm Jimmy G, right? And so that's who we. You just got to be yourself because you got something to deliver. You yourself is special. Is special. You yourself are special.
Okay, here's how to put it. You are great.
That's it. You are great.
There you go.
Do you be passionate? Passion is contagious. And just do that and just refine your craft. You'll begin to learn. Like if I watch my first videos now and I'm just like, ugh, it's time for her bed. Yeah, time for you to go to bed.
Bye.
Hey, Katie's going to bed.
Katie, thank you for coming on. Believe it or not, this is like one more question to go, but that's okay. Dad can answer this one. But we want to thank you for coming on, Katie. It was really fun having you on and definitely enjoyed having your answers shared with us.
She said stay a sec, so it's okay.
Mom said she can stay for the last question on that. But
well, this was kind of a little bit of a powerful one. So if she needs to go, she can go. It's not.
This might be just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you again, Katie, for coming on and like inspiring younger viewers to like be able to, live their dream and do YouTube as well.
Hi, everyone.
Yep, and we like everybody saying good night.
But as I was saying, you just start somewhere. I mean, even if it's like a figure you've had for 30 years or 3 years or whatever, you don't have to have the latest and greatest. At first, when I first started, I was like, I gotta get the next one. I gotta get a video out before anyone else. No, you just gotta just love what you do. And I always say this, and I talk to people all the time at work. I've talked to people all the time wherever, and they're like, I just don't like what I do and stuff like that. I was like, but first of all, love what you do, and until you do what you love. Love is an action. It's not an emotion. I mean, it is an emotion, but it's an action first. And so love what you do until you can do what you love. And this is what I love doing here is I love talking to y'all. I love sharing my passion with y'all. If down the road it becomes something that I do full time, so be it. If it's not, then so be it. But I'm going to work at it. And I'm going to continue to deliver great content, or at least make white noise for y'all to fall asleep to, whatever it may be. But just do what you love, and until you can, love what you do. Enjoy that journey. Be yourself, and just have some fun. Just have fun with it. Hell, everyone. Hell.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What is up, my friend? All right, so this is like the final question. Unless anybody else wants to throw some stuff in, you can throw it in at before, like now, or you can throw it in after. But I'm going to ask this one. Like I said, this is kind of powerful. Is there anything? Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like off subject because this is kind of like a caring situation here. So it's the last question is there anything you would like to add or share in regards to the recent events regarding the 2 hurricanes that just devastated a lot of land out there? I mean, I know you're like close to home with that because you're in Knoxville, Tennessee, but there's people that are affected. One of them being one of our good friends, Michael Buckner over in Asheville, North Carolina. So that question, like I said, is there anything you wanted us like?
Yeah, I mean,
center screen on this one.
What I love, it brings sometimes this is where you can see people at their best and their worst, but mostly at their best. I truly believe in the human population. I truly believe people want to do their best and be their best too as well. It's tragic what has happened. I know here in East Tennessee, literally about 20 or 30 miles to the east of us. I mean, we've had Newport and some of our towns in East Tennessee had some major devastation too as well. Then of course, North Carolina. I mean, we don't plan for this stuff because no one would think this happens. And then of course, I have family in Tampa where Milton came through on that. And so first of all, whatever you can do, whether it's thoughts and prayers or whatever, or good vibes or whatever, those are needed. If it's your time, if it's you just, giving $1 or whatever to a good cause, make sure it's a good cause, make sure it's a local cause or something like that. Do that. Find someone who's doing something great. Like for instance, my local comic book shop here, Crypto Comics, they've been every day just delivering stuff to East Tennessee, food, clothes, water, all that kind of stuff. It's just really cool seeing us just reach our community. I'm just thinking now, I mean, we're getting ready to get into Christmas, and I know Cato has something going on right now where they're raising up for toys for these kids for Christmas, because again, this is going to be a long recovery. And people, again, the news isn't reporting everything that you see or hear on that. And so, but there are YouTubers out there like Cato. I would encourage you, if you haven't watched any of Cato's videos are very, very eye-opening on what's really going on in East Tennessee, North Carolina area and stuff like that. And then, of course, we got Rodimus Primal, Bert the Stormtrooper, some of my buddies like Zane Bono Figures and things like that, who are all in Tampa, who, they have had destruction in their home and stuff like that, and just checking in on them and just doing what you can. Whether it's like going, you know what, I'm going to give that extra, I'm going to forego getting a Chick-fil-A meal and maybe give that to like the Samaritan's Purse or whatever cause, or look up, if you go to Cato's thing, there's a lot of links on that with sassafras. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to forego. We can forego a Chick-fil-A meal or a Starbucks coffee, or maybe I can wait another week or two on that transformer that I wanted to buy, and use that to help somebody. Or I could buy that transformer to give to a kid in North Carolina or whatever it may be on that. So that's what I would say to y'all, is just basically do what you can, and no one's going to fault you for that, because any little thing is going to benefit. I'll tell you what not to do. Don't make fun of, don't make it political. Don't make it, a platform for, judgment or anything like that. Just be there for someone. If you're like, oh yeah, some people are taking advantage of it, who are we to judge? I want to be able to stand before my creator or whoever it may be and say, I've done everything that I can do. I feel that about anything. Like if it's giving money to a homeless person and someone says, oh, they're going to use that on alcohol, that's not my place to judge. Because what if they're not going to use that for that? My place is to do what I can and what I'm empowered to do, and that's to be a good human being on that. So that's what I would say for everyone here. Just do that.
Yeah, I was thinking about actually, like, I don't know who the strongest person or the strongest group is for collecting and all that stuff. I wanted to see if everybody wanted to like gather, like we'll get to TFCon, something like that, and everybody like chipping $10 and just give it to whoever has the one group that can like effectively like help out in any way, shape, or form. Help get that money to them. Even a little bit is, is a lot. I mean, like I said, Cato, he's in that territory. You're in that territory. I know Mike Buckner, aka Darth Rabbit 07. He started saying, hey, you can help out by reaching to these sites and all that stuff. Like I said, if we happen to go to TFCon, I say we just I'll chip in at like $10, something like that, and give it to whoever is able to give it out to the most destructive, whoever got hit the hardest.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, if you want to know who's a great place to give to, go to Cato's website, go to Darth Ravage, listen to his stuff, because these are local people that are there that can tell you this is, if you put your money or you put your resources here, this is where it'll do the best, where it'll have the best effect, or where it'll have the whatever it may be. Rodimus Primal, Bert the Stormtrooper, and them down in Tampa. They'll be able to let you know on that. But that's
what was the word on them? Because I was trying to find out information on Rodimus.
Yeah, I think they're good. I've heard that they're safe and things like that. I mean, I know some lost power. My friend Zane Bono Figures, he had a tree fall through his house. He wasn't there when that happened, so that's good. My parents, my mom and my sister, they evacuated to Tallahassee before it hit, and that took up 8 hours to get there, which is normally like a 3-hour drive. And then my brother wrote it out, and he didn't have any damage to his house. He had some damage to his air conditioner and stuff like that. So, but thank God, a lot of people there are safe, but there's still a lot of people that they're still working at getting power. A lot of people from Knoxville have gone down. A lot of our linemen and stuff like that have gone down there. The place where I work, which is it's a fruit stand, not a real fruit stand, but I've helped people with their phones and stuff like that who have told me, my husband, they're an emergency professional and they're right now in North Carolina, or they're over here, or they're over there, and stuff like that. So just throwing out whatever thoughts and prayers or whatever you can to them. Yeah,
definitely. If anybody wants to contribute, like I said, there's a couple of sites. If you check out the YouTubers that we just mentioned, definitely, if you can like help out with that, that'd be awesome. It's not like something we get every day, and especially with a natural disaster like that, this was like the most devastating thing that I've ever seen in my lifetime happen to an area that has never really gotten, like, the last time they said something like that happened was 30 years ago, and even people that 30 years back said I've never seen anything this destructive. So if there's anywhere you guys want to like help out, check out the other videos that we mentioned before. If you're able to donate, that's cool. Even if they're like giving out clothes, toys, something like that, something to help out. The main thing is we want to get them back to civilization the way they know it. And especially with Christmas coming up, you definitely want to help out, especially with the kids, because right now, those that lost homes and everything else, they need something to show there's people out there that still care and want to lift up their spirit. So definitely check out those situations, and hopefully, it'll be a speedy recovery, especially before December comes, because it's going to get colder and they're going to need as much help as they're going to get. So,
yeah.
That being said, I'd like to thank everybody that came into the chat tonight, and I especially like to thank my guests that were on this evening. Katie, who had to take off a little bit earlier, and Jimmy G. Definitely, thank you for coming on and spending time with me and answering questions here. Completely appreciate you. You are truly an awesome, wonderful person, great-hearted. I mean, those subscribers that you've gotten as of late, they were earned with everything that you put into it. And I'm telling you, you're going to make it to 4,000 before you even get to freaking TF Con. We got 3 weeks. I mean, you pulled off a rapid shoot, man. You went from like 25 to 3,000, and then it's like, okay, you're at 3,500. You might pull it off, buddy. You might pull it off.
I don't know. Yeah. It's very humbling. I tell you, it is. It's just weird. I'm like, it's crazy. I don't know. I'm speechless. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's basically people that are out there doing what they love, and just enjoying what they do and sharing it with the world. We're not the we're not the only ones out there. So for anybody that clicks on this thing and they make it this far, you're not alone. You never have.
Hopefully, it inspires some of y'all to start your own channels too, as well. Just to do it, just have fun.
Yeah, definitely. This one I'm trying to figure out the clocks.
Hey, if
videos are anything,
like the Oscar thing, like the Oscar music. It's time to wrap it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey. I don't know. Oh, then you don't want to hang with us on Live with Ultra Megatronus.
No. We go long on that one. But it gets fun.
Definitely do. I'm just trying to figure out, maybe I'll do it during the Christmas break, because I take my vacation around Christmas. Maybe I'll do the impossible and I'll pull a 24/7 stream.
Ooh.
Well, 24-hour stream. I shouldn't say 24/7. I'm not going 7 days a week. So we're probably going to do a Live with Ultra Megatronus. I'm just debating if I can do Thursday or Saturday, because right now, with everything going on with my work, I'm putting in a lot of hours, like 55 to 60 hours a week from work, and I get up like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I know my next video will post Monday. Let's see if I can give you a little sneak peek.
Thank you, TF. Really appreciate that. And definitely, these comments are going to you just as, in fact, more. See?
So that's just a sneak peek of the video that I'll probably post Monday on that. That's the title screen that I'm working on. I'm actually working on kind of unifying my title screens. This is like my Transformers one that I'm going to work on, so everything kind of looks a little bit similar to kind of brand it a little bit better. But we'll see what happens there, so...
Nah, nobody. We're gonna get off. We'll let you go to bed. Let you relax. Don't worry about it. You don't have to stick around. You can, if you're like, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to bed now. Are you done? You can go. It's okay. I thank you though, however, for hanging out with us and joining us.
I went to bed about an hour ago, so.
Shoot, man, I'm starting to wake up now. Your stream glitched?
Oh no! You didn't see it? Oh well, you'll see it Monday. Sorry, Batcat. Well, no, I'll show you, Batcat. You're one of my members. I have to show you. So I can't.
Alrighty. Well, let's wrap this up. So again, I want to thank everybody that came into the chat this evening. I'd like to quickly thank Jimmy G and Katie for coming out and taking care of, and hanging out with us for sure. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me do the outro for you, sir, because I got him.
Yeah, that's it. It's Jimmy G in the place to be. I'm the good, the bad, the awesome. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I think I'm on X, but I don't ever use X. No, I'm not like on X like the ecstasy, but I'm
Why?
on Twitter.
Why?
Why? I don't know. And then, of course, TikTok. As y'all know, I'm the food, the bad, the awesome. So definitely check it out if you like it. If you need some white noise to fall asleep to, I'm good at that too as well. So thank you, everyone that watched today. I'm definitely very appreciative and definitely support all these other guys. NY Hunter Impressions, Diecast Norbs. I'll put some of the links in my descriptions too of some of these guys, so that way you can kind of make sure that you can subscribe and support some of these YouTubers as well.
And thank you again, Jimmy, for coming on. And everybody gets involved in these streams and all that. So, again, guys, thank you for coming out, hanging out with us. Thank you, Jimmy. And Katie, thank you again for coming out. And don't forget, guys, you're never too old to feel too young. And when it comes to collecting anything in life, collect life experiences in general. Take care. I'll see you guys next time.
Nice.
If this thing will ever do this, I never get these right. But we're going to get it right now.